Imagine a time long ago when Britain was a land of deep forests and mysterious standing stones. This was the world of the Celts, a group of tribes with a rich culture and a fierce spirit. The Celts were not one single group, but many different tribes spread across Europe. They were skilled warriors, farmers, and artisans. Their beliefs and stories wove a tapestry of magic and mythology. In Britain, these tribes left their mark on the land and in the imagination. Their stories echo still in the names of places and the ancient monuments they left behind. This journey takes us back to ancient Britain to uncover the mysteries of these remarkable people. We'll meet the Picts with their mysterious symbols, the seafaring Dalriata and the fierce warrior tribes. Prepare to travel back in time to a land of legend and adventure. On the western coast of Scotland, a new force arrived from across the Irish Sea, the Dalriata. These skilled seafarers came from the north of Ireland, bringing their own culture and ambitions. The Dalriata were not afraid of the sea. They sailed in their sturdy boats, raiding and trading along the coasts. They established a kingdom in what is now Argyll, a land of rugged beauty and hidden inlets. These warriors were not just raiders, they were also skilled craftsmen and storytellers. The legends of their heroes, like the mighty Fionn mac Cumhaill, still echo in Irish and Scottish folklore. The Dalriata's arrival added to the melting pot of cultures in ancient Britain. Their story is a tale of adventure, migration, and the enduring bonds between Ireland and Scotland. In the east and north of Scotland lived a people shrouded in mystery, the Picts. Their name, given by the Romans, means painted people, perhaps because of their tattoos or war paint. The Picts left behind a legacy of carved stones etched with strange and beautiful symbols. These symbols, like abstract animals and mysterious knots, remain a puzzle to this day. Were they clan symbols, religious icons, or stories etched in stone? We may never know for sure. These carvings are like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, offering tantalizing glimpses into a lost world. Despite the mystery, we know the Picts were skilled warriors and builders. They held their own against invaders, building impressive hill forts to defend their lands. Their story is a reminder that some secrets from the past may always remain hidden. From Ireland, another wave of culture arrived, the Gaels. They were a branch of the Celtic people who spoke Gaelic, a language that still survives in Scotland and Ireland today. The Gaels came to Scotland not as invaders, but as settlers and storytellers. They brought their rich oral traditions, filled with heroes, monsters, and magical beings. These stories were passed down through generations, keeping their history and beliefs alive. The Gaels, like the other Celtic tribes, were fiercely independent. They valued courage, loyalty, and their connection to the land. Their arrival added another layer to the complex tapestry of cultures in ancient Britain. Their stories and language continue to remind us of the deep connections between Scotland and Ireland, a shared heritage that echoes through the centuries. Section 5. The Britons, ancient people of the Isles. Long before the Romans arrived, the Britons were the most widespread Celtic group in Britain. They were farmers, metalworkers, and traders, connected by a shared language and culture. The Britons were not a single unified group, but a collection of tribes, each with its own territory and ruler. They built hill forts for defense and worshipped their gods in sacred groves and at stone circles. Their lives were intertwined with the rhythms of nature. They celebrated the changing seasons with festivals and rituals, honoring the gods and goddesses they believed watched over them. The Britons faced a new challenge when the Roman legions arrived on their shores, an event that would change the course of their history. Section 6. The Roman influence, conquest, and change. In 43 AD, the Roman legions landed in Britain, bringing with them their disciplined army, their engineering skills, and their own gods. The Roman conquest of Britain was a turning point for the Celtic tribes. The Romans were determined to conquer and control. They met fierce resistance from the Britons, who fought bravely to defend their lands. Queen Boudicca of the Iceni tribe led a famous rebellion, burning Roman towns and challenging their might. Although the Romans ultimately succeeded in conquering much of Britain, they never fully subdued the spirit of the Celtic people. Roman rule brought changes to Britain. Towns grew, roads were built, and Roman culture spread. However, the Celtic tribes continued to hold on to their beliefs and traditions, even as they adapted to the changing times. Section 7. Druids, the wise ones, keepers of secrets. In the heart of Celtic society were the Druids, figures of wisdom and spiritual power. They were the keepers of knowledge, the advisors to kings, and the interpreters of the will of the gods. The Druids were shrouded in an air of mystery. They memorized vast amounts of knowledge, from herbal remedies to the movements of the stars. They believed in the power of nature, worshipping in sacred groves and performing rituals at stone circles. Sadly, much of their wisdom was never written down. It was passed on orally from generation to generation and was lost as the Druids' influence waned. What we know of them comes from fragments of information, glimpses into a world of ancient beliefs and practices. The Druids remain symbols of the Celtic connection to the natural world and the enduring power of their spiritual beliefs. Section 8. Bards, the singers of tales and history. Imagine a firelit hall, the air thick with smoke and anticipation. A hush falls as the bard steps into the light, a harp in his hand. He is the keeper of stories, the voice of the tribe, the singer of history. Bards held a place of honor in Celtic society. Their songs preserved the deeds of heroes, the genealogies of kings, and the myths and legends that shaped their worldview. They were the living memory of the tribe, ensuring that the past was never forgotten. Through their music and poetry, they transported their listeners to other worlds, to the time of mythical heroes and epic battles. They entertained, but they also educated, reminding their people of their shared heritage and their place in the world. The bards' songs were like threads, weaving together the fabric of Celtic society and connecting them to the past, present, and future. Section 9. The Celtic legacy echoes in the mist of time. The world of the ancient Celts might seem lost to the mists of time, but their legacy lives on. From the rugged highlands of Scotland to the rolling hills of Ireland, their presence is still felt in the landscape and in the stories we tell. The stone circles they built still stand, silent witnesses to ancient rituals and beliefs. The names of places whisper their forgotten language, and the music that echoed in their halls can still be heard in the traditional music of these lands. More importantly, the Celtic spirit of independence, their connection to nature, and their love of storytelling continue to inspire. Their art, with its swirling patterns and intricate designs, still captivates the imagination. Their story reminds us that the past is never truly gone. It echoes in the present, shaping who we are and what we believe. As we explore the mysteries of the ancient Celts, we uncover not just their history, but also a part of ourselves.